I welcome you to Pakistan, your second home. You've been here before. Your last trip was a resounding success, and this trip will be remembered for a long time. Because today, you've come to Pakistan after having chaired a special session of the General Assembly. Unusual times, lingering COVID-19 pandemic in New York, bombardment in Gaza, innocent people being killed and maimed, the Security Council failing to reach a consensus in 4 consecutive meetings, and the international community, the OIC, the Arab group, and the non-aligned movement collectively looking towards you to play a role, a leadership role, to protect innocent civilians and to save and uphold the credibility of the UN system. Mr. President, you did that. We are proud of you. And I'm not saying this as the Foreign Minister of Pakistan. I speak on behalf of OIC, and my country is one of the founding members of OIC. So we are thankful to you for the leadership that you provided. When the President decided to convene this special session, he was of the view that we'll start at 10 and we'll close at 1. He had no idea what was waiting. 103 registrations came, and he realized it's not possible to wrap it up in 3 hours. It would not be possible to wrap it up in 12 hours. So he extended the session, and there was a 2-day session. But the significance of this special session was that while in the midst of the debate, when we were meeting in the trusteeship hall, the news came in of a ceasefire. And the objective that has taken me and other foreign ministers to New York, ladies and gentlemen, was achieved. And the idea was cessation of hostilities, and thanks to your intervention and your leadership, we achieved that. And another unusual step of a tall man in intellect, the President. He sets new precedents and makes a presidential statement. Normally they don't, but you did. Normally there's no podium set up by the UN for foreign ministers like myself to go and address the press at the UN, at the General Assembly. He set a new precedent, and I was the first foreign minister to avail that opportunity. Thank you for doing so. I also had the pleasure of meeting, besides the President, the Secretary General of the UN. He also made an opening statement on this evolving crisis, and I must thank him for his contribution. What we expect, Mr. President, from you and the Secretary General is to continue to play that leadership role and initiate the peace process. What we've achieved is the first milestone. But what we need, and the nation and the Ummah is looking up to, is a revival of the peace process. Because this is a simmering issue. The fire has not yet been fully extinguished. Please play your role to extinguish the fires. And the only way this fire will be extinguished is through dialogue, an understanding of peaceful coexistence, and a two-state solution in accordance with the UN Security Council resolutions. And to ensure, play your role to ensure that timely humanitarian assistance is provided to the Palestinians and those affected in this, under this aggression. I intend to get in touch with the Egyptian Foreign Minister, and I also want to acknowledge the constructive role played by Egypt, the leadership, President Sisi, and yesterday, last night, Prime Minister Imran Khan had a very good conversation with President Sisi. They discussed the situation and what needs to be done in the days ahead. I had the opportunity of hosting the President